So in the previous lesson, we saw the first few commands here: directory, cd, version or ver, DOS key. In this next lesson, we're going to see how to use the echo, print to screen, notepad, more, make directory, remove directory, and copy, move, delete, so we can play around with files, and then we'll come back and do some more advanced things in the final lesson. So switch back to your VirtualBox, and I'll leave mine in this window screen here. I'm going to click inside though and CLS to clear the screen. Well, first of all, if I want to create files on my computer, I can do the same thing that we just saw in Linux, echo some text into a text file, .txt. If I move that over, see I've created a text file just by echoing text into the text file. You can do more text than that. You can put it inside quotes if you've got spaces. So I could echo something even longer. But if I want to do very much with it, I'd probably want to, well, let me do a dir and show that text file is now in there. Let's say that I want to edit this. Well, we don't have the handy editor across all of the versions of Microsoft Windows. We used to have an edit program, but if we run edit on Windows 10, we'll get an error. We can run Notepad though, if your machine is configured for it. So Notepad TEX tab. Notice it auto-completes and it brings up Notepad. So just like in Nano, I could edit a few things here. If I save that and then close Notepad, I can come back to my Windows command prompt and I can use the more command, more TEX tab, and notice it shows every bit of the text in my file. So text, this is more text, blah, and even more text. So I'll clear the screen. So I can see my text file is on my C user's bpane desktop. Let's say I wanted to put that into a folder. Well, I could do something like md. I can also use make-dir, mkdir, but there are shorter commands for these two on Windows, md space my files, dir now, and I can see I have a folder, and if I pull this command prompt over, you see on my Windows desktop inside my virtual machine, I have a folder called my files. Well, I could either drag and drop that if I were using the graphical user interface, or I could move that file by saying move text file into my files. And if I do a dir now, there is no text file, but I cd into my files and do a directory, and my text file is there. Let's say that I wanted to rename it. Well, I just do the same thing, move. I do have to spell these out in Windows. So let me make this CLS again. dir, I can move text file, text, to silly.txt, dir, and we see now we've got that. If I want to copy it, I just have to spell out copy, C-O-P-Y, silly.txt, copy silly.txt to my text.txt, do a directory, and now we have both files. Well, if I want to remove one, there's no rm command. I have to do del for delete silly tab, and that gives me my text file. And if I do a directory now, you'll see that I've deleted with the del command, del silly.txt. Well, I'd probably like to clean this up and delete some of these things, so I'm going to del my text, and I'm going to cd ... dir. I want to remove this empty folder called my files, so I can do rmdir or just rd my, and then a directory in my desktop is empty, and if I move my command line, I can see I've removed the text file and the folder from my desktop. So we've seen some really useful commands to help you get around the file system in Windows. When we come back, we'll do a few last advanced commands. We'll see how to do some networking based commands, and we'll see how to get help and do a few other things.